I'll show you what is inside this super world biggest bulb. So it is a world biggest bulb, laser bulb. So it is a 65 watt. So let me see. It is a 65 watt LED bulb. 85 to 65 volt input with daylight. It is also laser company. But it is not a laser light, but it is a LED bulb. Now open it. Although I then touch this plastic layer right now off camera because touching it is very data time. So this test I then just take this way and price out. So price this way and price too much. I think I need a knife right now. So I then basically there are price will give sides. So price right there. Just I pull there and price up way. And now it's open. So there is a glass, plastic. It is another glass. It is a plastic. So while I can touching it with the knife, it can damage this little slot, but just no knife. This is plastic, not a glass. Glass is fully broken while I then do it. Now open these screws, which I am thinking they are loose because this top plate is white. LED panel is vibrate. Although I tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. So almost 60 LEDs is. So each LED is those, it is 15 LEDs in series. 16 groups. Each group mean anything is round the is bond after it, and this nothing all circuit. This I don't it only see the light LED is burn because it is looking very good, but I'm testing right now it's worth or not. May it is not working by power supply because this you may know it is a bus regulator LEDs which can need above 30 volts for my power supply can handle up 16 volts. So it is not maybe, or it maybe is. So I'm first show you these are power supply set in 16 volts. Just for safety I cannot tell my LEDs, so I can bring the power supply voltage into 7 volt. And this is a positive side, this black side, although it is not a black, it is a red side. Turn the voltage up. Voltage turned up. Other knob. Slowly, more. It is not run at all. Maybe LED's panel is problem, but panel problem is I can see any one LED is burn, and I can now, but it is not anything. Doubt is not looking. So now I open the last two, which is there, and this panel is removed. This is a heatsink compound which controlled, and this is a red and black wire which is connected there, and there's that main top. This top can connect, and there also body is built also metal, but outside is plastic, fiber plastic, inside is metal. So both metal can clip together. I am trying to remove this clip, so it is also present glue, but I am trying to salvage it, but I realize that there is not a openable. It is only option to destroy this bulb body, because yes, you can see this is a metal, only one metal top. There's no lot to reveal any electronics. So may I then separate this way or break the bulb back side right there to see it can easily come out, because this is a metal but it which can act like a heat sink as There are some sort of power supply inside which can run this unit. Now I'm sure how it's removed. So basically there's a hole which can pull and gently pull out. This is a button, metal button. So this is a completely different circuit for other ones. There's also all. This is a metal button which can hold the main unit. Although this is a metal button, it acts like a heat sink first. But that this LED stand, there are too much heat out. So it is too hard to do that. Just pull and just pull and just apply and pull this unit out. So it is a very, I expected I need to button this, but it is not a button at all. So it is a very good thing right now. It is easily come out. Just pull and there's a metal button and there's inside electronics inside the bottom right there. I don't know there's a SMPS or there are other things. Now I can completely move this power supply unit outside and see outside. All we need to do, just blind cable and prise this pin out. Washer, I mean this light prong which can remove, just easily gently pull out. There's a wire which can hold. And now one thing I dash right now, because there's a two wires. One wire is connected with bare metal. So which wires may be soldered, I can cut out wire or something else. Maybe there are, oops, I realize it is not easily open, so that's why I need I am right now wire snaps, because this wire connect these and these, so I can remove separately and after I can test. So I can snap a wire in center. And this unit is removed out. And I take this unit side and remove this. So there are basically is mount with glue. So I carefully remove. Although there's look like SMPS one, but it is maybe not SMPS or it is also look like a capacitor, beefy capacitor, maybe it can charge. So yesterday I then plug in. I dot for my one fan, so that's why I then think maybe it's 14. So I just plug in for testing, maybe it's hold the charge. So this charge is required before touching any electronics, otherwise electric short. And remove like this glue, which is little bit trickier right now because it is small little place with holding the components as well as glue. So right now I remove this module with and remove two blobs of glue, which is not as easy right now without also damage, also carefully, because not damage the components. Assembly components also mount with some glue. These days one option is used to acetone to remove these glues, but this is electronics, so you may know the acetone can damage these electronics. So it is a plastic component, some component are plastic casing, so that's why. So it look like there are transformer and there is capacitor and there is one transistor. It look like SMPS, not a regulator one, but maybe is regulator or not, which see after removing. So it's removing, it's not as easy right now. So it is a monster glue blob. Accidentally it is not removable right now. Cement type glue, it is not easily removed. And pause. Move out this module to this base of the bulb, because this is a next day video. Part 2 is next day, because it is a too tough to move. So it is a very strong glue. I cannot put any type of solvent with like acetone or isopropanol. I can scrape it out or strip it out. So it is a huge scraping time, and reverse engineering also I can do. So that's why it can Tera one day, and now I made a video on next day. So basically, when I peel in this module, it is extra board is removed, meaning this is a module. It is a factory made module, and this whole bulb assembly is a local people can assemble this bulb. And this is a module which is, and every this is a Tera one panel, which is a lots of types of modules in joined together, meaning join a little bit PC together. All you need to touch the all separately the PCBs modules cut out with main pad of the modules. So there the extension value touching may risk for total slip out that this test cannot till the circuit is. And there's a circuit diagram. It looked quite complicated, but it's not. L live was fuse, which this case is my fuse is essentially burnt. Maybe this problem. I after the end the video is that this fuse can check out because it is not a good idea at all. But I tell you this is a fuse, not a resistor based fuse. If any resistor connecting circuit with not a in resistance mode, you cannot short them, or if replace them you can first old one remove. This test is in diffuse mode. Sometimes resistor is burnt, sometimes resistor is weak or short. So this test resistor is not short, this is completely burnt. So it is also used as a fuse size. So I can get with enameled upper 0.1 millimeter iron or enameled upper wire to wind to made a part. It is a very sensitive part. When overloading, it's also trick a part, not a circuit, but it is not a good idea at all. So basically it was fused to rectifier made by SMD diodes, S2M 4X diodes made, and after them there's a layout, little bit layout and plus circuit diagram. So that's why it is a nervous series. So it is 224J 220 nanofarad capacitor cross the live and neutral, because this way I can copy the layout. Also it is this wires negative wire directly to feed the capacitor one side and positive wire feed to the capacitor other side, and the capacitor first side between the negative line it also connect the MOSFET source, and MOSFET drain is feeding the output drain to these diodes to these output negative a feedback coil. So feedback coil ground is grounding by this VCC, grounding by VCC line, as well as the other side is connected to this IC input. So that stays it is a fusible resistance, and the other side is a primary winding. This is an inductor, not a transformer. So it is as an inductor, but it is a two winding inductor. This is a feedback for powering this IC, and this is a primary one, which is negative is positive is not there, and negative other side is connected as well as these two resistors. To one is feedback and which is ground of the IC, and there is a MOSFET. This is IC MOSFET driver which can use a charger. I cannot read this IC number because this IC number is very tiny. It is a very tiny SMD IC with below the board. I cannot read easily. So it is 20 kilo and 32 outputs which can